There is always a single story, coming from the early age of the internet, where you received a lot of the internet emails of the prince from Africa. As you can see, I'm dressed like one, and I dress like this everywhere I go because I believe that I carry the burden and the blessings of the people I represent, and I do my best to make a good show everywhere I go, so that you can change the single story about Africa. I think that a big part of the problem we faced on the continent as a young African is that people have always painted us with one brush. But my first experience of fraud was in America, and I constantly find that people are quick to judge the continent. I would wish that people would be more curious about the continent. People would seek more information about the continent and clarity, and that way they can find great talents as young people to partner with, to work with. It can be a bit of a challenge in getting investment as a young man on the continent of Africa, and that's because of perception. But for me, I always say to my friends and to government and say, listen, we have to believe in ourselves first. We have to focus on investing in our own selves first. Leave the world. When we make something of ourselves, they would come. I see a lot of international audience here, and I think very much that it's a good time to say that you need to change the way you engage and trade with the continent. If I had the leaders of my countries here, I would say to them, you need to do more in your value chain. You can't be exporting timber. You have to export the furnitures. You can't be exporting crude. You have to be the ones producing the oil. You have to change. You can't be exporting cocoa and be having Swiss chocolate when the cocoa is from Ghana. That needs to change. But I also put the responsibility, because of the audience I'm speaking with, to say, as international audiences, what are you doing to correct these abnormalities?